Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TrackSide Talks episode 13, powered by Xandro. But Melvin and Feroz, why are you guys sitting in the corner so far away from me?
We are reserving this seat for two special people, bruh.
Okay, and we'll talk about the two special people later.
Later.
Okay.
Yes. It's now all about us first.
Okay, tell me, what have you
people
been
that we
doing with your slick back hair?
Hey, this is a secret to cover up the balding spots. So this is the start of everything. So Raviin, you better take care as well. It's coming soon, I can see.
I think mine coming already. Mine came already.
You still got healthy hair, Melvin, huh?
Of course, man.
What are you taking, Melvin?
Huh?
Some supplements, is it?
No, but the forehead getting higher. lah.
The forehead, becoming 5 head. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But what's happening? I heard that you guys are going somewhere soon.
No. Recently,
Yeah.
today,
Today.
we just had the what do you call it? Sydney Marathon. Sydney
yeah.
Marathon. Yeah. And
So-
we have some of our own guys that ran,
Okay.
people that we know.
Okay. And who were they?
So
Tell me
I
more.
was very excited for them
Yeah.
because I was there last year.
Okay.
It was damn hot.
Mm.
Yeah, but this year the Sydney Marathon I think was a very good race. They changed the course, they make it a bit flatter, and they also had they pushed the start time earlier, so we had good weather like 9 to 10 degrees.
Wow.
I think it was perfect.
Right.
And with that said, some of our friends of TrackSide Talks, people we know, had PBs, personal bests. So I'd like to shout out to Najib.
Oi, Najib.
His
Najib
first
boys.
marathon, debut marathon with a 2 hour 54 minutes, sub 3.
Wow, fantastic.
Amazing.
Wow.
In Sydney, where it's rolling hills, it's not like a straight flats all the time.
Yeah.
And also he wasn't even training for marathon, man.
He
He
was
5 and 10.
He was like a mix in and out, of like training with, having some long runs,
Yes.
and then tweaking his workouts to have to cope with marathon training.
Wow.
But his main event is still 5 and 10. So shout out to
Najib.
Najib.
Yeah.
The
Amazing.
plankton, yeah.
Yeah.
Next, and then next we have Magellan.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mac Daddy.
Okay.
Do you know
No.
Stan Chart last year? He ran a 3 hour 37 minutes. He
His
kind of
first marathon
his
as well?
marathon.
Wow.
And like he told me he bonked it.
Oh, okay.
The last
Maybe. Yeah.
10K.
Okay.
And this year,
Right.
with proper training, he dropped 36 minutes.
Oh.
Whoa.
Just
So
like a boss.
301.
301.
3-1.
Almost sub 3.
Yeah.
But let's reserve it for the next one, man.
I'm sure you'll get it. And
Yeah,
then and some other names, right? You were referring to.
Yeah,
Like,
and I think one of their like traveling partner and mates, Yuan Zhe, also did a 1 minute.
1 minute PB. Perfect. So that was Sydney.
There were a lot of runners.
Yeah.
There was I heard there was about 500 Singaporeans who went to Sydney and took part in the race. So
Wow.
kudos to everyone.
Yep.
I hope you have a good experience. PBs galore.
Right.
And share us more.
I heard next year it'll be 501 because Feroz is going to run the Sydney Marathon, right?
Oh,
Probably.
wow.
But he's preparing for it. Actually, next week is his start of his marathon journey at MTT, right, Feroz?
Yeah, Bangkok
We're gonna ask
MTT
him.
Meta
Yeah.
Time Trial.
Predicted time for 10K.
Yeah, and then we
And-
extrapolate it for his marathon.
That's right. Come on, Feroz, tell us.
Alright.
be a
Okay,
coach.
guys, listen up. Huh?
Yeah.
So for MTT, I'm going there.
Hey, can you
Yeah.
tell them?
Oh,
what's
MTT. Okay,
lah?
MTT is Meta Time Trials, organized by A6.
6.
We are testing out the Meta shoes, Meta Speed Sky,
Okay.
Meta Speed H. Right, so I'm going there to run the 10K.
You don't look very happy, Feroz. Why?
Yeah, that's why.
Where's the passion? No.
Passion.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
for holiday. I'm
Okay.
just making sure that
holiday.
I'm just making sure that Yong Man Yun doesn't beat me in the
Yo-
10K run.
Bro, don't say it too loud.
Hey, why, you cannot-
Public now.
It's okay. It's
We have
okay.
clipped it already.
She has to hear this, man.
Okay.
Yong Man Yun, I'm gonna follow you for the race. Last part, I'm gonna outkick you with my 800 meter speed, bro.
Oh my god, money must be tossing and turning.
So this is the start. This is the start.
Jeez.
Okay.
Okay.
So my debut, I didn't want to run marathon. I'm afraid I will be doing a 2 hour 24 lah.
2 hour 24.
But
At what point of the marathon?
maybe 21K lah.
Okay, 21K, 2 hour 24.
Yeah.
I think, I think
it's-
a few Starbucks you should be able to get 21K.
Okay, let's move on, man. Why did you not run Sydney this time round?
Huh? Oh, dude, there's a clash in schedule.
Clash your arm.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
Going to another marathon next. I'll tell you more in the next
Oh.
episode.
Next episode. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
right.
much about marathons anymore. Alright, so
Let's.
that's our life in a
Yeah.
nutshell. Okay. If anybody's interested what I was doing, I attended a wedding yesterday.
Nobody's
Was the
interested.
MC of the wedding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's wedding then?
Gabriel from A6. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was yes. Yes, the rugby Gabriel. Yeah.
And a Ravi gave
I
up.
had a good
Congrats.
time. Good time. And
Nice.
yeah, so it's a good weekend. Now I'm here with you guys, spending my Sunday with your faces.
Okay, but I think it'll be better because we have two special guests.
Precisely. I'll
Yeah.
just spend it with them.
Yeah.
Who are these two special
Let's
guests?
invite them, man.
Can you say their names for me?
Alright, you want a full name?
The full. You butchered Shaliman's name by the way, but let's go. Yeah.
I got the Satya correct lah.
Okay.
So first one we have Shohib Marican.
Shohib Marican.
Yes.
The only guest that actually shakes my hand.
The light's too bright for you, huh?
Bright from, of course, lah. I make the lights bright.
Okay. And next we have
John
Lim. Not Jonathan Lim, ah.
John Lim.
John Lim.
Nice to have you here.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. The man, the
Okay,
myth, the legend.
I feel like the speed is overwhelming here already.
Yes.
Yeah. It's all centered to there.
Yes.
But let's unpack.
Okay.
Let's unpack it.
Can sounds good.
Alright, so
Yeah,
maybe
so-
before we start on the topics, boys, could you quickly introduce yourself to the audience here?
John,
first?
okay, I can begin.
Yeah.
Okay, so as said very well from the host for today.
Yeah.
My name is Shohib. Right, so I've been running for the longest time. Maybe since I was like 13. I'm 27 now.
As long as him.
Maybe
Maybe
maybe not as long as Mel. But actually, talking about Mel, I think one of my first breakthrough races was actually against Mel.
Against
Against Mel.
Wow. Mad
I'll
Actually-
share later.
Wait, actually no. Raviin was in that race as well. We can share later, but I think that was one of the first breakthrough races. So just a quick running history about me. So
Correct.
right now I'm training. Just trying to get fit again. Training for the 10.
So same like me lah.
Yeah, same like me. Training for the 10. Hoping to see if I can get back to some sort of decent shape lah.
And what is that decent shape?
I'm hoping to run.
36, 35.
So a
33?
PB in the 10, so maybe like low 34, 33 high. Hopefully.
Sick.
Yeah, hopefully lah. We'll see how it
We'll
goes.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see
Okay.
how it goes. Beyond that, also, this year I think the main race will be Interclub. I'm hoping to run a 1500 there. Just see where my fitness is
Nice.
lying at lah. Yeah,
Okay.
so some PBs, I think my 15 PB is 411. Okay. Then I think my half PB is 73. I did in Gold Coast
Nice.
pretty a while back lah. But I think those are my two most impressive PBs. Yeah.
Super. I really love the numbers.
It's a different
already.
comeback, huh?
Yeah.
33, 34, my comeback is 40.
My comeback is to sign up for a race, bro. That's the main thing.
This is a comeback. Yours is the retirement.
I see. Okay.
Oh.
Got that right, man. Got that right.
Okay, and let's ask our dear John.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. My name is John. I'm year 2 in uni. I'm studying NUS, electrical engineering. So I started running, I think this year is my 9th or 10th year. But only, I think towards the later part, I started to see more results. So my PB wise, I think for 5K it's 18. Then for 10K is 31.56. Yeah.
31.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number one all time, John, in Singapore.
For
Oh, I see. For
yeah.
all
No lah, but still long way to go.
Who has run faster than
Yeah.
31? Rayong ah.
Rayong.
Crap,
Yeah,
Rayong.
Rayong.
Always Rayong.
Then who's the other one?
Yes, the other two is Mock, and then I think it's
The former national
yeah,
record
former
holder,
national record holder.
PC Supplier.
Yeah.
Wow. Eh,
So
congrats.
Rayong and PC are both at like 31.10 and 31.15.
Okay.
Rayong is like slightly below 31.10.
Okay.
Then Mock is like 31.55. So I missed that by 1 second, but it's fine.
But the national record is.
Still by Rayong.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So he broke the old record. Okay.
Yeah, he broke the old record when he was like 22, which
God.
is same age as me now. I think.
So is that a sign?
No lah,
Okay,
no. But it's like, yeah, he had a very big improvement, I think, from 21 to 22 next time. Yeah.
But it's about you, not about So Rayong. All right, we have no lah. I mean, I'm good friends with you. I think lah. So I know Melvin has been having a lot of questions in his mind, and so Melvin, why not? Let's start the conversation.
Yeah. For the longest time, right, I've always been wondering, like, when we start the season, whether you are a performance athlete or you're someone who is social, getting into running in your second year, third year, fourth year, I always wanted to know, and it's interesting to find out, how do you plan your goals? How do you know, how to set a goal for yourself for the year, and then put in races here and there to try and achieve it. And I think among three of us, right, we've talked so much crap already, right? I'm sick of all of their talk now. I want to listen to the real ones. That's why we invited these two speedsters.
Yes.
Correct? Yes. Right. So I want to know, and I think our listeners want to know, how do you set your running goals at the start of the season? What's the thinking process, and what are the things that you consider, for you to like, okay, this is a goal for me this year?
Okay, I think John would like to begin. He looks very
Okay, so I think in a season usually I would first think how long I have to train for that race. So also depends on, for example, because I'm a student now, depend on my exam schedule, everything. But let's say if I have 4 to 6 months to train for a race, I'll set one big race at the end of these 4 to 6 months. For now, I guess it's IVP, which will be held next January. I'll be running the 10K. Yeah. So that's currently my big race. Then from now till then, I'll set smaller races in order to have like performance indicator and just to keep like things fun. Because it's very boring to keep training, especially long distance. You just run. So it's something to look forward to. But I don't really change my training cycle in the sense that I'll still do like the base training, then I'll do the transition and the speed. Yeah.
Can I ask, when did you get this idea of like 4 to 6 month major goal and then in between?
I was reading a few books. I mean, particularly, I think the one that I really influenced me was the one by Jack Daniel. So I read it and I tried it by myself.
Not that.
Yeah. No. The running Jack Daniel. Yeah. And then after that,
Wrong Daniel.
yeah. Then I started experiment a bit. Then I found that 4 to 6 months worked for me. I mean, honestly, I don't know what's the most ideal, but I know 4 to 6 months works. So I just stick to it. Yeah.
4 to 6 months. Okay.
But just a quick question on that. Setting one big event. It's like it's like sitting for your major exam. If you're sick on that day, then hallelujah, bro. So how do you, have you like been through, is that something that you consider when you put that as a goal, or screw it?
I think if it happens, it happens. Because it's especially sickness. But in terms of injury, the risk can be managed by like planning the training properly and trying to pick at the correct time. Yeah. But I think setting a big goal can also make it more pressurizing because it's like that race you have to perform, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's what makes it like fun also.
So do you feel pressured?
Yeah.
Self-pressure?
Yeah, it's more self-pressure. Yeah.
And you think and you believe that you strive when you have this kind of...
I think like whenever you have competition, there will be pressure, and it's something that you can't really avoid because like that's the whole nature of competitions. It's not it will just be like time trial, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So are we expecting like a IVP record or a new PB?
IVP record. I think national record.
Oh, national.
Yeah.
In what event, bro?
Okay lah.
All of the above.
No, the IVP record is 32.42. Then last year I tried, then I missed it.
But last year I know that your first half was damn fast.
Oh yeah, I tried
you were in for
to run sub 32 last year.
Wait, is it by that guy?
The
one that he ran with.
He was in the same race, Raviin.
Oh, you were in the same race.
Side race lah, that one. Okay,
You know what happened? First game he followed the guy.
Oh, then what
After
happened?
that, 9K later, right? Easy job.
I switched off. I just switched off. I was like, I'm going to finish it. Then I'm like, 36 minutes, bro. The guy finished in 32, I finished in 36.
Give him 1K.
I thought the event was 1,500. Mine was off. Yeah.
What, that year you ran all 3 events? Oh.
And I actually ran 5 and 10. I didn't run the 1,500.
Oh.
Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
I ran 5 and 10.
Yeah.
But it was wild. Okay, but yeah, coming back.
He did a
I hope you
32,
really break it. No?
42. Then I went out hard. Then I did a 32.54. So I missed it, but I hope I get it.
Confirm, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is
So,
it?
I mean, the record is
Hopefully
there. So now the
everything-
question is national
Everything
record?
goes fine.
But yeah,
I
you
think
can,
it's still-
you can break the national record in that process, right?
Yeah.
It's still quite far. Because currently it's still like 1 minute away, the national record.
The national record is
Very young.
31:10.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's still that time, is it not?
It's 31. The one he did SEA Games. He did
Yeah,
tropical
so
conditions.
2023 Cambodia SEA Games,
Yeah.
he broke the
broke the
10K national record.
Was it the one he gave water to the
Yeah,
individual?
Yeah.
Then he got
So-
second in SEA Games.
And then he break the national record in the process?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was somewhat after the 5K. So it was quite
Yeah.
wow.
So it was really a sick performance.
Really
I must say.
good shot, huh? Coming up too often. I don't like. Okay, change. Okay, very
Yeah.
good.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So 10K is your kind of like key race for
Yeah, 10K is a key race. Then I'm thinking of doing either 1,500 or 5K. Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on the schedule. Because based on the schedule, like the 5 and 1,500 is on the same day.
Oh,
And 10K is on a separate day. Yeah.
Okay, so that 5 and 1,005 will be like your supplement to the 10K.
I would think so. Because after running 10K, I don't know if I can recover enough to run the 5 like 2-3 days later. Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, coming back,
Hmm.
is 10K at IVP your key race for this year? At the start already, you kind of like earmarked it as your key race.
I think because also this year there isn't a lot of track races, and in Singapore there isn't any like certified races. Only all the track races are certified. You can't really find a like certified 10K road race, for example. Yeah, other than with the exception of Standard Chartered. So usually the track events are the ones that you use to qualify for all the like competitions such as like SEA Games or like World Course or this. And because there isn't any this year, and the qualifications for SEA Games I think opens end of this year. So the first race that I would be able to try for will be the IVP. So that's why I would try to.
When is
mark
IVP
it.
again?
IVP is
January.
January. Yeah.
Oh, January. Okay.
Will the SEA Games qualifying be open by then?
Yeah, usually it's because SEA Games is stipulated to be next year December. Usually it will be open about 1 year
year
before.
prior
That's
to
the
that.
first qualifying lah. So
So
after
you
which
should
you
do
need
first
to
qualifying.
race again.
Yeah, so if you miss, right, then you still can like
Try to aim for
try to
something,
aim for something else.
closer
yeah.
to the. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And you're looking
Wow.
at 10K, right?
Hopefully 10K. Yeah.
Sweet. It's gonna be so
All
exciting.
right. Nice.
And where's the next game? Thailand, right?
Thailand. Yeah.
Nice.
Bangkok.
All right. Don't worry.
I'm going there to
If
recce
anything,
first.
right, he'll recce for you first.
Recce
Hey,
first.
but you're going now, so.
Oh yeah, going now.
Oh yeah,
Feroz is going also.
Three of us are going.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
also going.
No, I'm not
Oh,
going.
3
I'm
of
not
us
going.
going.
So all three of you are going to MTT
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't give a 4-minute buffer lah, Feroz.
For
If
me,
you're-
buffer too?
Try to let him or something.
Hey, confirm lah. 8 minutes, 10 minutes lah.
Okay, I
Just don't go lah. You know, just
I'm going there holiday. Don't tell Amelia. Same thing.
All right, cool. Let's
Yes.
turn our attention to Shohib.
Yeah. So
Yes.
before we go to show it, so
Can-
to summarize what you said was that you have like a big event, you have smaller key performance indicators
Yeah.
as you call it
Within
to
4 to 6
ensure
months.
within a 4 to
Yeah.
6 month window, and then you bang it all at your big event. That's
Yeah,
how you plan out your races.
Yeah.
And you
Co-
goals. Okay. All right. And then Shohib, do you have a different view to that, or what's yours?
Yeah, so I think because John is has some very big goals that he wants to hit, right? So he got the main goal, which is qualifying for SEA Games, right? So he builds towards that. I think for me it's like just week to week. We'll see how fit I get, right? And then after that, I think when I get to a certain level of fitness, then okay, let's see whether I can plug and play some races within. Right. So also when I train, I don't try to train too specifically for any big goal. I just want to train to get fit first and foremost, lah.
Right.
Right. So like I think, let's say I raced a bit. I had a big race maybe in June, July.
Okay.
Right. So then I sat down and I was gonna plan my season. So I think what I did was, okay, let me just hit some, I would say process goals.
Right.
So this time my process goal, was to hit maybe about 90 to 100K consistently for maybe 8 to 10 weeks.
Wow.
So that was my process goal. So I just focused on trying to get to that level first without worrying too much about what the workouts
Will
look
look
like,
like, yeah.
like what it indicates. And then I also put in some races, but none of these races I would say are like A plus, are all equally important, but it's just
Right.
more like to validate whether the process works or not. Yeah, because I don't like have like, okay, SEA Games qualification is what I need to do right now anyway.
Right.
So I think I can approach it a bit more casually in a sense. Focus a bit more on the process, and then then we see like, okay, is this giving me any issues, injury or life or anything? Then I just try and keep it sustainable in that sense. Also because I'm a bit older, I'm working technically. Right. Yeah. So different lah. And also like I would say actually I'm hoping to get fit enough such that I can think of goals like SEA Games. Right. Like the last time I properly tried for it was 2022. Right. So now I just want to get fit enough such that, okay, maybe that could be a goal, and then maybe let's say next year we can try and hit a few races where I can try and qualify. But right now it's more like week to week we look at, okay, just trying to hit what I imagine are the goals, are the process goals.
Right.
Yeah. So that's generally my current philosophy.
Wow.
So when did you start this?
So ever since so like I used to train under Mr. Quack, right? So with that it's just, okay, just follow the coach. I trust him 100%. But then I think like when I started to work, then I also wanted a bit more flexibility in my schedule. And also because I was under him for so long, so I just wanted to like run on my own also let's see. So like with whatever he taught me, I read a few books. I followed Melvin for like a year. We trained together for about a year, just like something quite it was not like a formal thing, it was quite casual, like whatever workout, as long as it hits the kind of systems we want to do, we just do. And then I did the same thing. I just plug and play some races and then try and get fit from there. And just try not to get injured because I think like when you're trying to push the boundaries, it's very easy to tip into injury. So right now I'm trying to look at something very, very sustainable.
Right.
Yeah.
Longevity.
Yeah, longevity kind of thing.
You came with the wrong episode. But I love this. And the way it's very different, right? He's really putting a big goal out there and he's like, I'm gonna bang it, right? And yours is like, I want to sustain this momentum throughout the year. I mean, not saying that he doesn't sustain, but and you don't have any big goals, but it's both very valid ways to set goals for your running.
Different mindset, right? But actually, when you look at, let's say you look at a Strava graph, it's going to look more or less the same. We are going to do 2 hard sessions, 1 long run. Like, he runs a bit more than me, but like, you're going to see it's like, we are coming from a bit slightly different approaches, but then you're going to see us at the same race. We're going for MTT together. We're going to do Garmin run together. So like, different ways to skin the cat,
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, to the listeners, they probably it's not mentioned, right, that they are self-coached.
Not yet. Not yet. But are we going? You are going to go into that topic.
So I mean, to bring this out is because usually it's the coach that plan for you, right?
Precisely.
So right now, when we are asking them, they are setting their own goals and going towards their own.
Correct. Which is very different to our time, right? So our time, like we had coach who were like, Monday you're gonna do this, Sunday you're gonna die here, you know. And then, but you guys plan your own death in very nicely.
We try to plan our own death.
It doesn't work for all. Because
I'm not sure. So last time when we are coached or when we were coached by someone, we will tell them our ambition. I want to qualify for 1,005 Olympic Games. Olympics also have living one thing but now times have changed, or maybe like what should you say, right? There are different ways to skin the cat. There are different approaches, but you can come back to not say the same result, but find yourself in the same pool of outcomes lah.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm curious, like for John, right? I know you have big goals, try and qualify for SEA Games in the 10K. And 10K is typically like the distance events in Southeast Asia in SEA Games are often so high level compared to our current standards. What gives you the confidence to say that, okay, I have this ambition and I know that my ability is within reach?
Okay.
What gives you that confidence? I'm just curious as well.
I think that like ambition and ability is very different, and in the sense that ambition is something you aim for.
Yeah, correct.
So it should be something that is hard but not impossible. But it must be hard. If not, there's no point like trying to hit it. And also, it doesn't make sense to like lower the goal just to make it more achievable. So it's something to like give you motivation to like keep training and running, right? But then when I train, I always train on current ability. So that means when I do my workouts, right? For example, if now I'm like a 32-minute runner, and then I want to, let's say, run 31 minutes, I will train as if I'm the 32-minute runner, not train as if I'm a 31-minute runner. Because if I train as if I'm a 31-minute runner, then my easy runs will start become moderate. Then my moderate runs will start becoming like hard runs, everything. And the whole thing just screws up. Like the training, like the training effect also hit, like the training paces, everything. So I think that's something to look out for. Then it's more like, as Shohib said, you see how it goes. Like you just do the training and then you see based on like, oh, do I feel stronger today? Then if I feel stronger, maybe next week I'll push the pace a bit.
Right.
Yeah. So it's more like I have a goal long term, but then when it comes to training, I still see it as more short term because it doesn't make sense to like go out of your comfort zone too much to the point that you get injured. Because once you get injury, right, wow, you will be set back by a lot. Then so I think that
Do you feel that's different from our time?
Yeah, a little bit. I still like, how do I put it out there? But
So
injuries.
what I gather, right, is that let's say in John's case, he knows he's training at current ability, right?
yeah.
But his current ability, the outcome of that, right, is he's confident of that it's within reach of his ambition.
What he wants to attain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I feel that there are probably people out there who also aspire, to one day represent Singapore, but they are nowhere close to, the SEA Games. Yeah, but for them, they want to have high ambitions, but their current ability is still quite off.
Yeah.
So I think a good advice from what you shared now is to train at the current ability.
Yeah.
And make sure you take one step up,
Right.
until you feel confident that it's within reach. Then okay.
Yeah.
We
can
make
gun
that
for it.
move.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's the first step that they failed. Like in terms of ambition, setting the ambition.
Yeah.
The loss in confidence. Like,
Okay.
no, I don't think it's attainable right now. So
Because it's not attainable, then I don't try too hard.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
I think
quite
it's
a number of them.
I think training is also always a risk. Like when you train hard, you actually don't know if you're going to improve or you're going to get injured. So it's something that you always need to just try your best, then manage accordingly. Like if I train very hard this week, then suddenly my leg feel a bit funny. Then next week I just take it easy because there's nothing I can do. It's not like I can continue pushing it until I get injured. So I'll just next week easy, then see how it goes again. But I think the ambition, the goal, the main big goal, shouldn't change. Because that's something like a standard that you set yourself to and something you want to achieve. So it shouldn't change. But in terms of the training itself, it should be very flexible.
Right.
Yeah. Like listening to your body and see how your body responds.
We will go into the coach and self-coach later on.
Yeah. I just want to ask one point. When you that goal that you said, I'm just thinking about my time and now it's yours. When you say like, let's say for example, I want to represent Singapore in SEA Games, like that's the goal, right? I realize that sometimes it's not specific enough, right? Like, I mean, representing Singapore is, but I'm sure at your level, or maybe we should have thought about this, was like, I want to represent Singapore in SEA Games and I want to hit, let's say, my event timing sub 34 whatsoever. Because I have a feeling like a lot of people are like, oh yes, I want to gun to wear the jersey and go represent Singapore. But then actually, if that's the motivation, then on the day of the event or whatever event they're choosing to do, they might not perform as what they set the goal out to be, right?
Yeah.
And do you guys plan it so specifically, like what you want to achieve? Like, I mean, is that how you guys
Yeah, I think you will probably have like some sort of time goals in the future, right? And then you will want to take actionable steps. So I think I think it's a fantastic point. Like your goals need to be specific enough so that you can take actionable steps towards it, right? Not be so abstract.
Yeah.
I want to represent Singapore, but then then what are the steps to represent Singapore? Must I call SAA? Can I represent Singapore?
in case anyone
I can lah.
I buy one jersey.
Please, just one only.
just one.
No, right? As in, so I guess you're right. So you do need to have like some sort of specific time goals also and some actionable steps to take towards it lah. Right? But I think once again it comes to, I think you must trust your own process right, to take that steps towards the goal. So I think another thing beyond just not setting like far enough goals, right? A lot of people don't trust the process enough to just take it. Like it's a long-term thing. Not everyone is gonna be John and improve 5 minutes in 1 year.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you did.
Oh man.
What event, bro?
10K.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actionable steps. I think like as long as you make a informed decision about what kind of process you want to do.
Right.
You trust the process. You just do your best lah. If you don't make it, at least you when in the pursuit of trying to achieve something tough, right? That's when you become a better whatever.
Right.
A better runner, better person, better everything. Right. So yes, you definitely need the goals. You need high goals, and you need a lot of specific goals. But then also you need to remember like is the process in trying to achieve these goals that is the beauty of it. Like I think, like personally, because I've been doing this for very very long and I haven't hit a lot of goals, but I still do it because I think the pursuit of excellence is what helps me. So like even though people call me like wash lah, enough is enough lah. Whoa! I've been doing this for very long. I ran 60 minutes for 10 years in the 5K. People are gonna say things.
Welcome to the club, bro.
I'm part of it.
5K, let's go.
10 years. But yeah, so I think it's just the pursuit of it lah. So whatever you choose.
I got two questions for you, Shohib, and for Feroz. Yeah.
What's up?
Mainly because I know right now, Shohib, you are kind of in a coaching role also.
Yeah, look
Like-
at the t-shirt, man.
I know it.
Represent tracks.
We'll send an invoice to you later. but I want to ask, right, in your interaction with the generation these days, aside from John, do you think that they are more fearful of putting high goals or setting up high goals? And to you as well, because you're also coaching a few.
We are different age group.
Age group lah. I
It's
coach
underneath the tertiary.
tertiary-ish.
Sure. Okay,
People
age
around
group
my
lah.
age.
Okay. Your what do you feel from your what do you think from your group that you coach, people you hang out with? Do you feel that it's a bit of a like, okay lah, I talk about SEA Games because the SEA Games is very common right now.
Yeah,
SEA Games qualification, but some people feel that the SEA Games qualifying time, especially for the distance events, like I think 1,500 to 10K is break national record first, they can go and qualify. You know, it's so tough.
Yeah, that's true. But I think so. Actually, like in terms of the ambitions, right? Actually, people like John is breaking barriers because like a lot of these guys that I coach, similar age to John, they see John in JC last or second last 1,500 final.
To add on, I've been running for 10 years, but then from Sec 1 to Sec 4, I only got 20th place for cross country once in
And that's good enough. That's good. 20th place.
But compared to a lot of my peers, it's quite like negligible. Then in AD, I only qualified for both finals.
And where are those who have been
So-
champions?
I think most of them dropped
retired
off.
already
Stop
lah.
running.
So this is the point that I always try to bring. There's no point winning NSG medals.
Tell us more,
It's the
Feroz.
after-
What is this point?
No, it's not about me, Okay. Show you, continue.
So like I think they see people like John, like Sean, all like having like big improvements. So they think, okay, why not me actually? So actually, like the people that I coach, like
They're motivated.
they're quite motivated. They are very disciplined.
Highly driven.
They are driven, and they might not like say to me what their goals are, but I think from the way I see how they do their training, right, they are not doing it for nothing, lah.
Yes.
So I also don't want to put any like undue pressure on them. So like we just go through the process like week to week. As long as they trust whatever I give. If they don't trust, just if they can do anything else, like we are okay one. It's whatever is best for them.
Yeah, so that's the difference. Tertiary, they are very self-motivated.
I think
driven.
they are already that age, right? They will leave if they don't want to do it.
So I think this is where there's a bit of discrepancy. Because I feel when Shohib interacts with the tertiary athletes, they have role models that they anchor off, which is John and Sean, maybe, you know.
Sean.
So these two
Melvin
are
also, like,
this
It's a different kind of audience.
But you see, that's where I think the people like John who are making like really big improvements, they see him as a peer, and they know that hey, I'm around the same age, I train about the same age. I don't know lah, but there's some kind of like similarity, and they feel that if John can do it,
Exactly.
That's true.
If John can do it, why can't I?
Yeah.
John is not arrogant. John is like he's one of he's friends with a lot of these people.
We train together actually.
Yeah.
So
So, like,
them you just see everything.
So my question is, how about the other age groups?
Yeah, so it's like two different worlds, man. So
Tell me.
His age group, right? The tertiary part, at least they already know what's upcoming next, what's the bigger picture. For us, my side,
No, you must say what group, what's your
age
group
group,
first?
okay lah. I would say 13 to 16.
13, 16,
So
okay.
that's your
including
secondary
18 as well.
school.
13 to, I mean the
Secondary
poly
school
side
lah.
will be secondary school lah. So
Okay.
poly side also
Some.
about the same because
Okay.
they haven't gone through NS and haven't seen what's out there other than school meets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So they are coming in with no ambitions. They don't know what's going to happen. So they just trust the coach and see where the coach can bring them. So basically, they're just riding the boat.
Right.
The one who's steering or rowing the boat is me. Yeah, so they don't have a target to go to. If they have a target, like they set an ambition, right? They will row the boat. I want to go to this direction. Yes. Yeah. So that's one. They got no ambition. Second thing is the confidence. Like every time we want to push them, they doubt themselves. They think I cannot. Yeah. So like when it comes to hard workouts, like even though you know it's going to be tough on you, you will still push through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for these people, they will hold back. Like the fear, I've seen it in all of them. The fear of the discomfort. I call it pain. Simple for them to understand, right? Like when it comes in straight away, everything shuts down. The mind will think, oh, I'm trying, I'm dying. Yeah.
Sounds like
Coach. But I also want to ask you, maybe in their minds they are trying already.
Yes. So that's the thing.
Your expectation is
No, not expectation. So
you don't
I mean,
have expectation.
okay, I have expectation. I have. So why I say this, right? Because for the number of years I've been coaching, I mean, I've learned about how to. I still have the coach's eye, lah.
Yeah.
So you know when you are dying. We have trained so many times, right? We know what it
When
is
you
to
are
reach,
really dying.
reach to the point where you can vomit, right?
and came back.
So when I can, definitely you can see lah. Some of the research say, hey, this fella is jogging through the race. You can happen before, right? Y'all give such comments, right? Yeah. So as a coach, when I stand there, right, I'll say the same thing, and they don't believe it. Then until when I have to do something to prove to them that, hey, you have more in you. Yeah. So when it happens, then they realize that, oh yeah, you are right. But it always take a long time before they really see what. And times where I predicted the timing that they can hit, right, it will take them like a few months before when it's a major competition and they really want it and they show it that you see, I told you could. Yeah, so it's the belief is one, the motivation is another.
The maturity also lah.
Yeah, so that's how I say it. So once you reach tertiary level, that's where things open up and you know what you want, you go for it.
Or maybe to your point also, it's the hunger at the end of the day, right? Like how badly you want it.
Yeah, but maybe at at this age, the secondary school, stage, right?
Yeah.
They are more dependent on coaches, like you say,
the coach is very
to
important.
drive them and direct them.
Right.
So they just do the work.
Yeah.
But for them, doing the work, as you know, right, after a while, there's probably a limit also. Because it's that hunger to really reach for the goal. That's what will keep you going.
Right.
But this is another problem. Why?
How many so much
Like you
problem?
say, no, because this age group is very vulnerable. Still, like you see, your friends, all the NSG champions, where are they? So I need to protect them and let them know that this is not the end. Don't aim for NSG because they are comparing themselves to their friends. Like, hey, my sprint side doing this, my friend in other school distance doing this timing. Then they are winning NSG medal. I'm nowhere. Then they will feel upset. They will feel unmotivated, demoralized and all.
Wow.
So it's I keep telling them and re-emphasizing to them, like say, wait, be patient. So it's a long process. When I say be patient today, they must wait for 3 years, 3-4 years.
It's not like wait 3 months.
Exactly. So I mean, so far I would say like it's a success in a way, but because I can see them like even though they don't feel as hungry, but they're still in the sport.
Yeah.
Okay. But maybe they're
that's
just like man mode lah, just like
in a way lah,
Okay. Which then leads us very nicely to the next conversation, right? Having a coach, self-motivation, driven. What is the topic for the next?
I've always wondered, and I think I should direct this to Shohib first because it's been very
This is where the real juice comes up.
Whoops. Not to put you in a spot, Shohib. But I think seriously because I know Shohib also, and since that his breakthrough race, which he tell me many years later on.
What is this breakthrough?
Please share.
Let's get it straight.
Okay.
So there was one cross country, I don't know, wings or
SA.
SA cross country in Bedok Reservoir.
Relax.
We all did.
We all did. 2015. So
I wasn't in.
The
just
one,
SEA Games here.
SEA Games
the one
here. He
I
won, I think.
Jiva won. You were second, or you beat
No,
Jiva?
I cut Jiva at the last one. And then the Gurkha guy was also there, so yeah.
So anyway,
that's the one our team Lei Hua was in. Was it you, me?
I think yeah. We all wore the red Swift shirt and we were showing our legs off.
I remember that race.
Okay, so tell us more. Why was it a breakthrough?
Okay, so
So Jesus.
I did decently in school, like throughout. So like I won medals once or twice. But I think in JC I had a breakthrough. Like I won my first gold medal. But I was good in the school setting. So I don't know how I felt outside of the school setting, right? So that was the first one where I was competing in the men open category. Then I realized, actually we are not that far. So I think I'll kick Melvin at the end. In the end, it's the fella that qualifies the game, not me. So he picked at the right time.
This is the story.
He picked at the right time.
Correct.
No, but that was when actually where I am at now is like because I think I was like the fifth or sixth local
Right.
Like considering both the A division and the men open.
Right.
Yeah. So I think can after that I was like, maybe I just continue in the sport a bit more after school
Right.
Too bad end up 10 years later still learning.
It's okay.
So that was the breakthrough race.
That was like for me mentally it's like okay, yeah.
The best part was that year, I remember this RJ guy outsprinted me, but the last part, right, I also died. All dying. Yeah. So by the time I reached the finish line, I want to pink sun down there, one corner, no one see me, Then maybe 15 years, no, 15 years.
Hold up.
8 years later, when I started training with Shohib again, I said, hey, man, she was the one who outsprinted you. It comes up full circle. Sorry. I really didn't know it was Shohib. I know it was one RJ kid that gave me a fright. I was more frightened because he came out of nowhere. Shoot, like a flash like that. Oh no, don't even have time to react.
My flailing arms.
I said, wow, this one you cannot cut him, man. They got extension one.
And the path was a bit narrow towards the end, right?
It was the Budo Reservoir path.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Stupid route. I hope it's better now.
Not sure, man. Not sure. Long time.
No, but okay. Back to the question.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to ask, what's the biggest difference you feel, right, from being coached in a coach structured group versus planning your own training now, like self-coach?
So I think the good thing about being coached is that you don't need any mental energy to think about your training. Like coach say, you just do. You just trust the coach. Coach will bring you to somewhere, and then you just do it . So I think that actually is a good thing because you can just focus on doing your best for training, and whatever the coach give, you just trust that the coach knows what's best for you. You just do. So it's even things that you think is impossible, if the coach thinks it's possible, means it must be possible. I think that's the best kind of coach and athlete relationship. You trust the coach 100%, and the coach plans the training knowing you very well that you can do it and push you in the right ways. So I think that's the best part. I think the good thing about, let's say, self-coaching is you have some flexibility. And I think if you know your body a bit better, then you can sort of plan things to your own level, around your own schedule. Because especially the top coaches in Singapore, you must really follow the schedule, the group, where the location and everything. So all these considerations you also need to think of, especially as you get older with more responsibilities and things like that. So I think practical considerations also, maybe going solo could be a bit better. Yeah. So I think those are just some of the plus and minuses between being coached and self-coached.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that question that Melvin wanted to ask, you were coached for how many years?
My whole life until start of 2023 last year.
Oh, that's how many years, man?
So that is very long.
Okay. Let's
just say 13 years.
Okay.
That's a long time.
With more or less one coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's his coach?
Stephen Craig, Mr. Stephen Craig.
Mr. Stephen Craig, shout out to Mr. Craig.
I still think number one coach.
This is not chicken rice. Coach right here, number one in Singapore also.
The guru. This one up and comer.
So number two lah. Okay.
This one aiming for marathon first.
224 coming up.
Yeah.
So Rayon, please watch out.
You're right. The year is 2024. But not about the time.
Okay, so you coached for that many years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming to make the move to being self coach.
Yeah. So
How did that?
at that point in time, I just switched jobs. I was working at a bank, then I was going into teaching.
Okay.
So I wanted to like have a bit more flexibility in my time because I think I need to bring some work home, and also like in terms of practical reasons, like
Right.
I think beyond that, so I was also thinking whether I still want to continue running like very competitively, because I think under Mr. Craig, like we have had this like relationship for very, very long, and then like we both have like goals that we set together.
Right.
Like we both have like quite high expectations of like where I want to be and everything lah.
Yeah.
So I think I just want to take a step back and see, okay, whether I really want to do this. And if I continue to do it alone, then it means I really want to do it, because it's now no one is there to like plan everything or to tell me what to do anymore.
Right.
So like I wanted to see, okay, am I going to be self-driven or not?
Right.
Everything I plan, everything's in my control. So I wanted to just prove to myself lah.
Yeah.
Then also like once I take ownership of everything, it's like, okay, anything that I do wrong is also, there's no one to blame but me. So I think I was just at that age where I just wanted to see, okay, what can I do for myself? Because like since I was under Mr. Craig for so long, right, he's like a bit of a father figure to me. So like there's a bit of that like relationship lah, you know.
Right.
Like, he taught me everything. He saw me through everything. Yeah. So at the point in time, because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to continue competitively or so I just took a step back and then, okay, let me just run myself, try and make it just chill a bit, and then like slowly, I was also a bit injured then, so I took off for a bit. Then I just slowly train again. It's like, okay, actually, I really like running. Like, I like running lah. I don't just do it because I want to be good at it. Like because Mr. Craig is there, so
Right.
yeah.
So you remove all these elements. You realize,
then I just like it, you know. Yeah. So I think that was what I wanted to just find out for myself, like essentially. Then as I started to train, then I just realized, okay, I really like training. I like running. I like reading about training.
Right.
Yeah. Then I just like, okay lah, why not just experiment what I can do for myself. Then at that point in time, like actually John, we linked up again. So we talked about training quite a bit, what to do and things like that. Then we did a small part of our build up for the year together.
Right.
Yeah. Then I linked up with Mel again. And we started training in the lead up to his marathon. We just do whatever together lah. We just mix and match.
Right.
Like just flexible. Then this year, then I started or like late last year, like this year. Then some other guys were like, I started to really plan, like write out everything. Then some other guys asked me, okay, why not we do together? Like I had a group of friends that came to me. So in the end, I ended up coaching them from like February onwards.
Right.
So now I have like a small group where I write my own plan and I modify for them based on their goals and what they want to do. And then like we all do it together. So now I have a very nice group lah. So I think that was one thing that I would miss also if I was on my own compared to with a group. Because the group is everything lah. Honestly, like you run on your own, it's so much harder than being in a group. Yeah, it's dreadfully boring. Yeah. The hard sessions are damn long. Yeah. So like with a group, everything's like half. Like mental load is half.
Right.
Everything is like So right now, at least I have this situation where I really enjoy. Like I have the flexibility. I also have a group like together with me. And I think like I was just very lucky because this group similar levels of fitness, so we all can just train together, like work step by step. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm in a nice spot.
At a nice spot.
Wait, I got a question. So your PBs are all when during Mr. Quack's time?
So my PB, my 1,005 and 5K PB and like half all is under Mr. Quack's time. So actually I was thinking like every year I want to set at least one PB lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this year I managed to set my 10K PB. So it's my first PB in a while.
I
You
did
trying
mention
to say
earlier.
that because got coach then get PB, then no coach no PB, is it?
No. So I'm trying to bring this point. I mentioned this earlier.
Different coach, different PB. This one peanut butter.
Peanut butter jam.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No, so I said this earlier. Like self-coach is not for everyone. Because like for myself, right? I know if I coach myself,
Peanut butter.
I will lepak. Yeah. Like when the going gets tough, I say, hey, I think that's it, like enough lah. So I need someone to be there to tell me what to do, and once the person say must do this, I will definitely do.
Okay, we know, bro.
So that's me. So that's why now when I'm self-coach, right, nothing's happening lah. when training's about to start, I think I call it off lah.
As coach with us, when you coach yourself, nothing is happening.
No, this is retirement.
Retirement mode.
Yeah, so Do you think that could be the reason? Like, there's no one there to really push you hard.
Yeah, so I think for me personally, maybe I don't think so. Actually, I think like at that point in time I was a bit tailing off already. So actually now I'm improving actually a bit like a month to month. I set my first PB in a long time, like this year, the 10. So I was quite happy with that. And like I see progress from last year to this year, so I'm okay with it. But the thing is like Mr. Crack can really he can really get you to
What you want.
do very well. And he really like the kind of discipline you can learn from him will help you anyway. So like So but I like you know what you said just now about in secondary school it's like you need to be the one driving the students, right? So I think like you're right. I think like when you're in the age, right, the coach is like 90%. It's like you really need to make sure that the athlete is on the right path. You tell them what to do and everything. But I think like when you're older, right, it's like the coach is less and less important in a sense. Like still very, very important but it's like in the end you're an adult now, you make your own decisions, right? So it's like the athlete drives the boat already. The coach is just there to give guidance in that sense. So at that point, like I just needed to like see what I want, drive my car a bit more.
Yeah, your coach is just a GPS or something.
Yeah. So I just think that
Our dear friend here, self-coach.
Which brings us very nicely to John, who's been very quiet, huh?
He's very
don't
quiet.
say that, bro.
I'm thinking a lot of things to say.
It's okay. So I saw him
man.
at Bishan once, and at the point of the time he was unfit. I think he was still serving NS, right?
Yeah.
I remember coming up to you and asking you whether are you still under active SG. Then you said no, you're coaching yourself now.
Yeah. That time was every time I see him coaching his group there, I was always running there by myself.
Yeah.
When was this again?
I think it was like
COVID time.
Last year lah.
this last year, I think.
Was it last year?
Maybe 2 years
2
ago
years
lah.
ago.
If you
2
say
years
I'm
ago.
fit, must be 2 years ago.
2 years
Last
ago.
year, fella fit already.
Fit already. Yeah, last year was
Record,
fit.
huh?
Yeah, and then after which, right, his progress is like, ooh. So it's a success story for
So
self-coach.
all the way, okay, before we understand, I need to understand also. You started with a normal coach, or okay? Tell me your how you were coached. Like he said, 13 years he was with the Godfather.
So
Now, what about you, sir?
I think I started running in Sec 1. So Sec 1 to Sec 4, my school coach was Mr. Panjan.
Shout out,
Mr.
P. Alright,
His
I was in
ex-coach.
my So I was in my stat. Then my external coach was Lexus F1. Yeah,
yes.
okay. So first I was Sec 1 to Sec 4.
Yes.
Then in JC, my school coach was Hosni.
Sprints coach. You were
Then
doing
my
100 to 100.
external-
No, I'm just asking.
No, I didn't
Still
really
different.
join that training. But okay, that's another topic. Like internal and external training is another big thing in school coaching. Yeah,
Got
and then my external coach was Mr. Quack. Yeah, then after COVID, I just
Godfather.
trained by myself
Back to the
after that.
Godfather. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, wait, when again? That part. sorry,
after
I missed it.
COVID. So
After COVID.
it's
okay.
like, yeah.
When you graduated
Yeah,
lah.
after I graduated.
2022 I think.
2022.
Yeah.
You started being
Yeah,
coaching
training by myself. Because also I was during COVID, you couldn't really like go to the stadium or anything. So I started just experimenting myself. Then especially in army also, I was in camp. Then I really wanted to have the flexibility. Yeah. So I think flexibility is one of the most important things.
Right.
But then again, I had this idea that there's so many athletes around the world, right?
Yeah.
And all of them are coached differently.
Right.
But how is it that every time in a race, like all of them seem to perform at the same level?
Precisely.
So I started to think that the coaching, like the specific workouts themselves, might not be that important, but more so the training philosophies are the ones that are driving the performance. Because you see like different regions around the world, they have all different kinds of coaching, but everyone's run the same timing.
Right.
It's so weird.
Just
right?
a second and
Yeah.
each other.
So
So what is this training philosophy that you just mentioned?
I mean the one I was using is just like in general I just think it's building up consistently. Like increasing your training load consistently. But there's many ways to do it. Some people like to do speed early, some people like to hold speed off and do it only towards the end. Building base, all this. But I think in general, if you are training and running more without getting injured, you'll definitely become fitter.
Yeah.
But then the minute details, like when you're supposed to start doing like threshold, speed, all this.
Yeah.
Like I think it does affect, but I don't think it's that important to me at least. So I don't really like stress too much about it.
Right.
Yeah, as long as I can get more training without getting injured, I think I'm fine. Yeah, and going into that, I think that the difference between self-coach and being coached is that when you are getting coached by someone, right, there's always like a mismatch because your coach doesn't know how you feel. For example, your coach might know about all the training philosophies, everything.
Right.
But let's say the coach intention is for you to run at your 10K pace.
Right.
But somehow there's a mismatch. Your coach feels that your 10K pace is, let's say, 80 seconds. But then you have been pushing your workouts too hard every single time. But actually your 10K pace might be like 84. So when your coach intends for you to run 10K pace, right, there's a mismatch because you're running too fast, or you can be running too slowly also. So like your coach doesn't know how you feel basically.
Right.
Yeah. And then
you
you
know
have
your
to
own body.
you will know your own body, which would then be more ideal if you are self-coached. But then of course if the coach can bridge that gap, I think it will be very ideal for the athlete. Because there's someone to guide the athlete and like know how the athlete feels. But then but for that to happen, I think the coach and the athlete must have a very close relationship. Yeah. And also, so I was coached by Mr. Quack. I think Mr. Quack, when I was inside, he taught me a lot about like training, like structure and everything. Because I think he's one of the most strict coach and also very knowledgeable. So like when I was under him, I really learned a lot.
So like your socks must be super high, your pants must be tucked
Like
in.
discipline, okay, that's the discipline part, I guess.
I know what I mean.
Yeah, must tuck in, everything. Yeah. Then I think when I was in his training under him, I learned a lot. So after that, I started experiment. I mean, the reason why I changed coach was also because I thought that doing high mileage would be more ideal for me. I mean, under Mr. Quack, he also has different kinds of trainings. Like sometimes he'll make us do like faster training and sometimes he'll make us do longer workout. I felt that the longer workouts benefited me more. Yeah. So I started to just focus on that only when I was training by myself. And I think that it worked for me. But yeah, you have to be more... And also the thing about a coach and athlete, I feel that the same coach can have many athletes giving the same workouts, but all the athletes still perform differently. Right. So actually, the coach does not have that much influence over athletes. It's more like the athletes themselves have to develop under a coach in order for them to have like good performance. So yeah, the coach is just there to guide. Like you as an athlete, you need to be willing to learn and willing to put in the hard work. And touching to the point that yours said earlier, I also have always wondered why all my NSG are like the champions.
Ready now, man.
I think like one of the main reasons that I think is like people in Singapore especially, they're scared that like Singapore distance running has no future, that kind of thing. So it's like they're scared even if they put in hard work, they don't see any results. But I think that's for everything, because it's like you'll never know unless you try. Cause
you risk it.
I always wondered. I mean, I've been thinking about it for very long. Like, I think if one of those NSG champions decide to train very hard, I think one day
I think we need to invite Shalindran down. He should be there. Sorry. Every single episode, listen to all these
athletes. But please continue.
I think that if one of them decide to train very hard, I think probably he'll just overtake me, because I never really viewed myself as like talented. I just thought that I trained a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's a very common trend, you know, because my time also, like energy, I was nowhere, no? Second last, third last. I'll make sure I'm not last. Yeah. I'll save my energy, I'll outsprint the last guy. That's me.
And one more point of this, from the way they're talking, you might soon run out of a job.
I'm saying me.
Everybody's going to self-coach themselves.
No. You look at my athletes now, all different.
Okay. Carry on. Yes.
So my time also, when I started coming up, right, I was like 18, 19. Then all those I look up to, right? Yeah. Once I start beating them, they kind of stop. It's not because of me lah. Yeah. But they are just sick and tired. Then I keep saying that it's quite a waste. Why don't you just keep on trying? So I really didn't know what they were going through mentally. Like the hard trainings, day in, day out. Yeah.
So now that you have been through like
the full circle of being an athlete,
so what do you think why do you think that they have dropped out or given up? Yeah, those good athletes that you kind of have passed.
Was it no proper goal setting?
No,
was it
they had.
Or was it just the fatigue of
I guess it's
maintaining that lifestyle?
Yes, it's going through that motion over and over, and then when things starts to change, right? Let's say moving on to tertiary education or moving on to your work
life.
So to maintain a routine, you need to find again a new routine.
But set in. Okay, on that same point, the sport itself is not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. Yeah, exactly.
Boring sport, right? Running is just running, no. And I've heard this a million times. And even we attained to it, right? Like, why am I even here on this day doing this stupid long run, right? But do you feel like that also plays a huge part? Like the sport itself, like if I say take up tennis racket, go play tennis, I'm like, okay, it's so much more interesting.
Of course. I will tell this to my freshies who comes in to try out for the club. No, not the club, for the school track and field team. I'll say, this is not a fun sport. You want a fun sport, you go there. Like frisbee behind, football the other side. So I said, you will be here only if you have a goal in mind. So I always emphasize on the goal setting part. That's why you need to have an ambition before you can really stay here and go through the pain.
Right.
Yeah, your numbers got dropped like you.
So yes, God.
First day cut off.
100%.
Gone already.
100%. Initially, those people who like want to try to bluff their way, will come. But once holiday or exam comes, right, you see them disappear. So the real ones are the ones who will still keep on training and stuff. Yeah. So when school reopens, I see, hey, numbers are smaller now. All right. So these are my true people that I want to train for.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Which did he answer your question about? So why do you think all these people dropped out?
Yeah, sport not fun. You know, different lifestyle. When you move on to next stage in life, whether you work, family,
and they don't want to go through the same thing again.
So, is this a problem for our NSA?
Yes.
Is it a problem for?
It will be a problem till they try to get rid of DSA, but which will not happen lah.
It will be a problem unless they try to remove DSA. What do you say? I didn't get that part.
Correct.
Unless they remove DSA. Why?
Because every parent is sending their kids primary school start training hard, start training almost like 3-4 times like us, man.
At what age?
Yeah, what's the age group?
P4, P5. Just to get DSA into a good school, and then from there continue. You can see them dying out already during secondary school.
Wow.
I've seen on the ground.
Right.
Like I'm there, Bishan, or some other places. I've seen these kids training there, and then moving on, I can see like, hey, they are phasing out. Like the motivation, the drive is not there anymore. When I can see them, I mean, you also can tell the drive they have when they are training. Yeah. And then after that, when they move on, totally nowhere in the scene.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe right. Yeah. This is another episode already.
Correct. Yeah. I was gonna ask camera zooming to Melvin's face. Got 2 kids, bro. What is your thoughts on DSA?
Oh, DSA, I need to rally the parent friends already. Sunny all come around. Hey.
We have no say to make any changes to this. So a wise man, our dear Elvin, did say this lah. If you cannot change anything, try to make a way around it. Yeah. So for us who knows what's happening, right, then we just don't drive the kids towards that direction lah.
Correct. Then we'll end up like the news lah. The parents pay money to the coach to get themselves into DSA lah.
So pay another coach lah. So that's, I mean, if they want a suicide, then that's. Yeah. But I guess their mind is not about sports lah. Their mind is all about
getting to a good school.
And moving on.
Wow.
Okay.
Back to this culture.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And anyway, too deep for this topic. Really.
Yeah, too much for my brain today.
Yeah,
it's too much.
I've got one question. Now that you are self-coach, right? I mean, John, how do you find? As in, I'm assuming, do you train by yourself?
Yeah, I train by myself most of the time. Sometimes I run with them, but the workouts is still.
But I'm interested to know, for those difficult workouts, right? How do you mentally push yourself? Because you're at a level where a lot of people cannot just run with you, you know. I'm quite curious, and I think finding that sweet spot to rally yourself, plan your workout, rally yourself, and achieve it is amazing.
You're doing any workout on your own side.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Easy run already.
Easy run already. Correct. So what about what is your workout that is like what 1K times 12?
72.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
it is what it is.
It's like looking at the bigger picture. It really helps. Like if I've a race coming up, I know that if I don't do the workout, like confirm it will like somehow sabotage my race performance. So then I have to do it. Then in terms of when I'm actually there to do it, I think it gets easier when you actually start running lah. It's not that bad.
Okay. Maybe for you lah, but for the many thousand people out there.
No. Bro.
Or maybe keeping the paces manageable also. Because I think that my workouts aren't that hard in terms of intensity, like relatively. Like I would run most of my workouts at like 10k fastest or half marathon pace.
So I think that's a good point, because I think for most people, John's paces, and even for people who look up to performance athletes, right?
Yeah.
The paces for the performance athletes, right, are at a certain level, but it is within their ability, right? So you're training actually at your current ability. Whereas for a lot of people outside looking in, you think, hey, what the hell, can't even maintain 400 one lap, man. So I think you made a good point that for anyone out there, whether you are new, intermediate, performance, it's about training at your current ability. That's what makes it a bit more manageable, right? If you want to put like, I mean, I'm a marathoner lah, but ask me run 72 seconds, confirm got pace one. One lap, that's it. Training at your current ability is probably the key lah, I guess.
And also like trial and error. Like sometimes you don't really know what effort you can go at, right? So after I finish a workout, if the next day I feel super sore, that means I know yesterday go too fast already. Then maybe the next time I do the same workout, I'll just chill a bit more.
Scale it down.
Scale it down a bit to make sure it's sustainable. Because I think that sustainability is the most important.
So this is where the self-coach comes in. Because then you can you're more attuned to like, okay, this one feels damn hard, but my coach may not know.
Right.
But I can adjust it if I'm self-coached like next session we can adjust it a bit.
But it works both ways lah. I think if you have a good relationship with your coach,
Yes.
usually coaches
Communication.
you will communicate lah. Like when I was coach also, we communicate a lot. Then we will like
Change.
I know what you mean, yes.
But also like but the thing about sometimes the self can sabotage also, like you can lie to yourself very easily.
Correct.
Like this one too easy because you ego that day.
Yeah.
Or this one too hard because you scared.
Yes.
But the coach is like objective a bit, The coach only wants you to get better. The coach don't care about like
how you
want to
feel.
self-sabotage.
Correct.
So like it's plus minus. I think the key is you just must know yourself best lah.
Okay. Good, man. Next session we'll have a coaches today.
We hope. Okay, so to the audience, last two things, guys. What would you like to share to our viewers about the topic about goal setting that you guys have learned, and a quick word for them? John first, maybe?
Okay. I think that from personal experiences, goals will always change. Like last time, I always wanted to win NSG, but then there was COVID.
Cannot really.
Too bad. So
Look at where is he now.
the goal disappeared. But then I started to set like goals for myself, and whenever I hit a goal, it's always next goal. So I feel that aiming for goals can be quite pointless in the sense that you'll never be like satisfied with a particular goal because it just keeps shifting. But looking back, I think I'm quite like proud of myself that I managed to come like quite far in terms of like from where I started, and I think like taking like or rather feeling a sense of accomplishment for coming this far is what makes running like fun. It's not like that I achieved the goal, because the goal will keep shifting and never like maybe you after you're running a PB you're happy for the next 5 minutes only, then after the next 5 minutes you think, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? That kind of thing.
Bro, I gotta correct you there. I ran 356 in 350 until now I'm enjoying, bro. But your point, yes, the happiness lasts for a short time.
Lasts for a short period of time only. So it's like it's quite pointless keep on chasing these goals or trying to like win competitions. But when you set like concrete goals, like I want to run like sub 32 for example, then when you hit it, you know that it's a goal that is unmovable and it's a goal that you already hit with, like you came so far to hit it, that kind of thing.
So just to ask you that question, the point is, should we then have goal or don't have goal or don't even think about goals and enjoy the journey?
I think you still must have goals in order to like be like to give yourself some form of motivation, but these goals should be like, as Shohib mentioned just now, it should be like concrete goals, not like for example qualify for SEA Games. I mean, for context, the previous SEA Games qualification was like 1640, then the current SEA Games qualification is like 1544. So if you aim to qualify for SEA Games, like imagine if suddenly 1 year your goalpost shift by 1 minute, it's gonna be quite crazy. So in that sense, it's better to like set concrete goals like, oh, I want to sub 16 or sub 15 instead of like trying to qualify for this, qualify for that, or win this win that. Yeah, because it's something that you can aim, and as Shohib said, you can like build towards.
Right.
Yeah.
Just that it might take you a little longer to attain or quicker. Okay. And our dear Shohib?
So I would say in terms of goal setting, I would recommend everyone to set process goals rather than just looking at you have a big goal, so you can anchor your efforts towards that big goal.
Yeah.
But don't forget to set like mini process goals. Like, okay, I'm gonna run 6 times a week. That could be a good goal too for someone. Who wants, or if you're just starting out, I want to try and run 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I want to get out of the house 3 times a week to go for a short jog. Then you slowly can build. So I think the process goals help you to achieve your big goal. And like at the end of the day, also by setting these process goals, you just become a better person all around.
Right.
Yeah. So don't forget that lah.
Right.
Like, cause sometimes the things can be intimidating. Right. Yeah.
We're
seeing the emergence of a new running club already.
Feroz, any words to our audience since you're a coach and we talked about goals?
I think the 2 speedsters have said it all. Alright, so you need to have ambition. Be confident. Even though it's a high one, just be confident and you stay focused and you work towards it. Perfect. That's about it.
Alright.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of TrackSide Talks episode 13. Thank you, boys, for coming.
Thank you for having us, man. It was very fun.
And enjoyed ourselves. We learned so much today.
Yeah.
And I hope we'll take it on to our next podcast with some important people.
Wow. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'll stay tuned.
Alright, that's a wrap then.
That's a wrap.
Thank
you guys.
Thank you.